And we're back. So, the main reason part of why oh god, that's gonna be terrible. Part of why I wanna record right now is I accidentally triggered a flag for a side quest that I'd completely forgotten about. So, off screen I went to the Firelink Shrine and the fire's out. Firekeeper is absent.
No. Are you faking surprise?
Yes.
Oh.
Lautrec is gone. The Firekeeper is dead. Black Eye Orb.
Ken, did you do it?
I didn't kill her.
What the fuck did you do?
Invade world of murderer of Firekeeper. Mystical orb found on a keeper's corpse. Invade the world of the murder of a Firekeeper to defeat the perpetrator and reclaim the soul of the Firekeeper. The Black Eye keeps constant watch on the city of the gods. Anor Londo. So yeah, that's hinting to where we need to go to use that. This is the one time where you invade an NPC. But anyway, so the entrance to the next area, Sen's Fortress, is actually right by Andre. So, well, by the bonfire near Andre. Tea is coffee for classy people.
Class. What kind of tea?
Iced tea.
Alright, so ghetto.
Anyway. Now, you might be wondering, well, how can we upgrade the Estus Flask until Anor Londo? The answer is, we can't. But we can do it before we return from Anor Londo, because there's a Firekeeper in Anor Londo. And, well, I guess technically we could upgrade at Quaylon, and I don't know why I didn't, now that I think about it. But, oh well. Now, this next area, Sen's Fortress, is as close to a puzzle-based area as we're going to get. Which is not saying much. Also, I've decided what I'm going to use as my tip. How? I've decided what I'm going to use as my non-boss weapon, because the Uchigatana is too good to use, except on bosses, to be perfectly honest. I've decided I'm actually going to use the longsword. But I need a lot of souls to buy all of the Titanite shards I'm gonna need.
That was close.
So it's crunching time. And tea drinking time.
Let's crunch some numbers.
Let's play Baldur's Gate.
So, we were in history today, and we were learning about hippies.
Shh.
And, he was like, class, if everyone was jumping off a bridge, would you jump off it? And I, being the smartest I am,
Did you bring
I love the little, like, shoulder shake you just did, like you were shimmying or something.
Like, what am I supposed to do? Let me guess, you brought up the XKCD scenario?
Well, no, I brought up the fact that, if everybody's jumping off the, bridge, then there'd be a large pile of bodies. So I should have a cushioned landing. So. And then he's like, what if it's like a really tall bridge? And I'm like, well then why are the people jumping off? We had a stare down as I walked out.
Anyway, with these embers, you can actually that's what modify equipment means. you basically change it into a different kind of equipment. So you can make divine with the divine ember. By default,
Raw.
I believe you can make the raw equipment, which is midway between standard and crystal.
But if you put it over campfire, it makes a cooked longsword. But if you have really low cooking, you'll get a burnt longsword.
RuneScape, you're going for general life. I can't tell.
Both.
Anyway, so now we've got some equipment upgrades. Why am I missing a nested? I didn't reinforce this fire. Whatever.
Whatever.
You'll notice that this gate is open. It wasn't open before. And I forgot to talk to Onion Bro.
Onion bro?
Siegmeyer.
Ah,
Katarina.
Katarina.
Also, you want to pay attention to the floor in this area. See that little raised bit? That's a pressure plate.
It's a trap.
It's a stone pressure plate.
It's a stone pressure plate trap.
But you can use traps to your advantage.
Oh shit. Design flaw.
Yeah. Also, these lizardmen have really good defense normally. Look at how little I'm dealing with my standard attacks. On a
Ugh,
plus
excuse me.
on a +7 Uchigatana. Oh yeah, there are only 2 here. Anyway, roll through here. Soul of a Brave Warrior. There are a lot of
Oh.
crunchable souls in this area. So I'm keeping my Rusted Iron Ring on because up here there's actually down there's basically swamp ground. Nope.
Nope. Not gonna do it.
Also,
Can you
you
parry
can
these guys?
guys.
Oh. Okay. That answers my question before I
Yeah.
even fucking asked.
If you look down there, you'll... Well, if you look down there and strain your eyes, you can see... No, not that. Down at the bottom, there are a few Titanite demons. So...
Hey
And...
Cam,
What?
do you remember the put your magical baguette in my hot oven? In French, you don't say stop making these posts before I kill myself. You say encore une putain de merci et de vas vous noyer dans un océan de sperme. Which translates
I
into
got that last word.
one more fucking post and I'll drown you in a sea of cum. I find that beautiful.
Are you making all this up?
Nope.
Anyway, so there are 2 ways to do this. One, the intended way, which is to make a ball roll from there. We'll get to that later. Or you can actually manage to wake up. You can actually manage to get this guy to smash this wall. No. See? I was hoping I would stagger him with a kick. Ah! I don't even knock him back with a kick. These guys will actually drop their sword. It's a pure strength weapon, I think. I should have probably actually equipped my long sword so I get used to the move set.
I could pull a Battle Network reference, but you wouldn't get it.
It's the long sword is basically it hits 2 spaces instead of 1, right?
Yeah, but Program Advance, where you use a Cyber Sword, Wide Sword, and Long Sword, and you get the Life Sword. Program Advance.
Well, if I get an electric sword and a divine sword... Hey, who's this guy?
Is that Big Hat?
Yep.
Woo! Fucking love him. Big Cat Logan.
Big Cat is an awesome character.
He is.
Alright. Oh. He does, oh. So that you can actually use him as a merchant before Anor Londo, okay. You'll meet him again in Anor Londo after you unlock it. Ah. Yeah. You have to be really careful in this section.
Womp womp.
It's the path to the Kokiri sword.
Oh shit, the rolling ball puzzle.
That wasn't really even a puzzle. Ah! Yeah, I kind of deserved that one.
Ken, you deserve everything that's coming to you. Oh, wait. I didn't say that you died. I'm sorry.
You still think that I deserve everything that's coming to me? Yes.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Longsword is C-scaling in strength and dexterity. And it's actually not all that bad. Also, for those wondering, you can dual wield, but it's not useful at all.
In the slightest.
I was actually thinking of saying in the slightest, but...
You're welcome. Only I'm allowed to do cool jump attacks.
Yep, I'm actually doing comparable damage to when I was using the Uchikatana. Just very slightly lower and no bleed. And that's because I was focusing points into dexterity rather than strength. Yeah, if I do a second run of this game, I'm probably going to do it in solo commentary because you're barely getting to say anything anyway. Plus, it would be doing the exact same game, just with a slightly different play style.
Yeah.
Ah! Partial parry. That's what it's called in the community, a partial parry.
Right in the crotch.
I thought I got him in straight through the chest. Ah!
That looked like crotch to me. Oh, so we're in a geometry today.
I should probably upgrade my armor too. Go on.
Yeah. So we're in geometry and we're looking up circles. And yeah, no joke. Now the reason we're looking up circles is because we're working on circles. And so we watch a video of the guy who can draw up a perfect circle with free-handed. And I'm like, no. First you gotta draw the head. Then you gotta erase some stuff.
Then you erase the more detailed features. And 1, 2, 3.
A
circle
circle-y
thingy.
thingy. But then we are learning about the circumcenter of the circle. And she just chuckled softly, looked at us all, and she said, "I'm sorry." And we all looked at each other like, what is she talking about? And then she says, "Sometimes I get the words mixed up." And it's at this point I'm really trying not to giggle. So she says, "If I say circumcision, don't mind it." And all I can picture is someone saying, "Alright, I need to find the circumference of this circle." And then they take the knife to the paper.
Pump my microphone. But yeah, since I did the Undead Asylum, I might as well do the Painted World. Not sure how well doing the Artorias of the Abyss content will work out, because
when are we gonna do that?
before fighting Sif, if it for sure. Because
Ken, do you want to hurt all of my feels?
you looked up the cutscene, didn't you?
No. I just know that's fucking tragic. Then because I told my friend that we were doing Dark Souls. He was like, do you have all the DLC for it? And I'm like, I think.
There's only one DLC.
Then we have all of the DLC.
Yeah, I have one, so I have them all. It's kind of like the Taco Bell thing about the Dorito tacos, and it's talking about the bag that they put it in. Collect all 2. That's the poster in the window. So I'm sitting there trying to comprehend how that got passed.
I don't know, Ken.
Ugh. Okay, I'm not. I was gonna say, I don't know why I'm wearing Havel's ring, even though I'm clearly not.
You see, life's like a grab bag. People may warn you not to take it, but you'll take it anyways. Have I ever told you that story?
No. God!
Alright. Damn. And you're still bleeding. It was at Connecticut last year. And, this great author was there, C.J. Henderson. And my brother told me that he's one of the greatest negotiators of all time.
Oh boy.
As in, he doesn't set a price for anything. He's just like, what would you pay for it? So I ended up getting about like 3 books for like $20. And they're quality books.
About how
So-
long?
One of them's a series of short stories, another one's a choose your own adventure book, and the other is another tons of short stories ones. But then the guy's like, alright, so, since you bought 3 books, you can either have a free poster, a free magazine, or pick something out of the mystery bag.
You went for the bag.
I went for the bag. And he said to me, are you sure? And it's at this point I'm like, he doesn't want me to take it. That must mean there's something good in there.
Oh god.
So I'm like, yes. So he picks up the bag, and then he looks at me again, he's like, are you positive? I'm like, yeah, give me the fucking bag. I got a broken, like, D&D piece. The guy was just like, I warned you not to take the fucking bag.
Seems like some sort of social experiment.
Yeah, pretty much.
For the love of... Ah. This game drives me to tea.
And then Seto Kaiba was there.
What?
I was eating fries with my friend, and the fries they gave me were terrible diarrhea. I even compared my fries to Seto Kaiba's across the table. And I was like, my fries are crunchy. Went across the table, picked up one of Kaiba's fries. This is crispy!
What are they doing?
I'm not even looking, but can I say fucking?
Yes.
Yes. What if they see us?
That's your default answer for anything. What are they doing, huh?
Yep. Oh, so I saw the first few episodes of the new Thundercats.
Oh?
It's pretty good. It's cool because you got all this like castles and swords and all that. Then there's fucking tanks and Metal Gears. And I'm just going, what? And at one point they're just like, you forgot one thing, our clerics. And then like a big dust cloud appears in the distance, and I just mumble, gotta go fast. All of a sudden, a whole army of sages are sprinting to the battle. And I'm falling out of my chair laughing. I'm just going, they went fast!
Can this freaking lizard man do something I can parry? Evidently not. Okay, can you just fall off? Thank you. The game is becoming sentient. It was kind of creepy that it fell off right after I asked it to. The game is becoming sentient.
The game may be sentient, but it still doesn't like you. See, Ken? Those are the trust fall statues back there. They made them because they didn't have any tall enough friends to catch them.
Ah!
That sucked. You obviously didn't have a trust fall statue.
I need to kindle this freaking bonfire. And if I get invaded... If you invaded Sense Fortress, you're a bad person.
If someone invades you, just message them about it. Like, oh, hey, dickhead. Fuck you.
But yeah, Artorias of the Abyss is actually really hard. Partially because most people by then have an elemental weapon and the enemies there have really high elemental resistance. Because like when the core game is pretty easy if you combat wise if you just use an elemental weapon. You're making a mental note to use an elemental weapon, aren't you?
Nope. I'm actually going by the seat of my pants. Or my kilt. I got it, by the way.
You weren't joking.
God is the only Simpsons character to have 5 fingers on each hand.
Whoa.
Kangaroos have 3 vaginas.
What? No, don't. No.
Smoking can turn nipples purple and make them fall off.
Where are you getting these?
Tumblr. The word slut was originally used to describe a woman who did not keep her room clean.
What?
Cheese is the most stolen food in the world.
What was used as the word for women who didn't keep their room clean?
Slut.
That explains why the word dirty is associated with it.
Applying vodka to your face helps tighten your pores and can reduce the risk of acne breakouts.
I'm starting to think these are fake.
Dr. Dre didn't know Eminem was white until they met. Michael Jackson attempted to buy Marvel Comics in the 1990s because he wanted to play Spider-Man.
But Spider-Man doesn't do pop music.
The average person will spend 3 years on his life on a toilet.
Fascinating.
Anatidaphobia is the fear that somewhere, somehow, a duck is always watching you.
I know that one.
The average speed of a fart coming out of your ass is 7 miles per hour. Yeah.
Well then.
It has been scientifically proven that the less you know, the more you think you know.
That's clearly a joke. This freaking... Gah! Maybe I should just stick to the Uchigaton until I get more points in strength.
The Bible is the most shoplifted book of all time.
And also the best selling.
I like this one. You can't inhale through your nose and talk at the same time, but in the background it has a picture of Voldemort. Beer and vaginas have almost the same acidity levels with an average pH of 4.5.
Who tested that one?
Scientists.
Why are you doing this experiment again? For science.
Do you know what the guy?
This is very scientific.
Do you know how the guy who discovered the LSD discovered it?
How?
Well, he was doing a science experiment to see
Oh boy.
Yeah, what would happen if he used this drug to see what people were thinking when they were in a coma. He was essentially trying to make them lucid dream or something. But he opened up the thing, and then he accidentally touched his mouth and he tripped for a minute.
Huh.
And then he just sold it. Yeah. History class.
And all we learn about is wars and revolutions.
Viva la revolution.
Viva la resistance. Viva la Robolution. That was what... Most of the DLCs for Borderlands 1 kind of sucked, but that one was really good.
Fuck.
Also, apparently these things have really low bleed resistance.
I'm not looking forward to school. We have to do an in-class essay.
I'm pretty sure I pretty much failed my Java exam.
Kinda Java.
Yeah.
Bitch, please.
Yeah. That's how I feel in Java class.
Shit. See, that's why next year the only elective I'm taking is
Next
the only
year,
electives I'm taking next year are general art because I freaking need a relaxing class, and Spanish 3.
wonder if the general art room will always smell like pot.
I don't know.
Aha!
My arm hurts.
This just goes terribly if one of them doesn't die to the arrows. Wow, synchronized death animations. I love how light the enemies are in this game once they're dead. I used to reliably get at least to that stupid mage. Ah! Well, actually, technically, I think... No, that would be a cleric, because all the lightning spells in the game are actually, faith-based. Because they're miracles.
Robert Downey Jr. arrived 40 minutes late to the Oscars with Starbucks. I read this as Robert Downey Jr. arrives 40 minutes late to Starbucks with an Oscar, and I kind of just nodded because it somehow made total sense to me.
But yeah, and I also found out that apparently because my PE teacher doesn't have a lifeguard license or something, we can't do swimming.
Who the fuck does swimming?
Almost every PE class here. I added here.
Berkshires.
What?
We actually had an archery class.
That's freaking awesome.
Yeah. Nope, now we have fitness tests.
But yeah, I'm taking really easy electives next year. Intro to Culinary Arts, yes. Culinary Arts, or Intro to Culinary Careers, or something like that. And,
Oh, cool, you're taking cooking?
Yeah. And
cool.
ceramics
You cook
ones.
things?
I want to learn how to. And ceramics. I picked the easiest looking things on the list.
Ken, are you gonna be working in Pottery Barn?
Well, cooking is because I want to learn something that'll actually be useful.
Yeah, I gotta admit, cooking is probably the most useful class in my high school career.
It's the most useful class at any high school.
In child study, they have the rice babies.
Oh god. The creepy baby dolls.
Well, no, but then they had like drawn faces on them,
That's...
like the satanic drawn faces. Yeah.
hang on, I'm being called.